start of week 3. Yeah, so weigh-in was yesterday, along with my birthday being yesterday, and I lost 2 pounds yesterday, which means I've lost 7.5 pounds, which means I got my half a stone award, yay! Which is quite cute because my half a stone award, it's got like my birthday on it, so that's quite nice. Yeah, I'm pleased, really pleased with that. Half a stone in, like, on the second weigh in is really, really good. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I've done my measurements today as well. I finally got around to doing my measurements. So that's something. I'll put them in here so you can see I actually did them, but yeah. It has been, like, I feel the week went okay. Because I felt better. I got to go swimming, I got to see my grandson, I got to go out and about, did a little bit more walking, although I was careful with the walking, because the chiropractor has said I shouldn't really be doing more than the 7,000 at the max. And some of my days top out are like 12,000, 13,000. So I've been trying to be a bit careful and not overdo the walking, because then I find like I'm crippled in the evening, like I'm bent over and yeah, I can't stand up straight and can't get out of the chair very well. So I've been trying to sort of keep it around sort of 7,000, 8,000 steps. I've done that okay. I thought this week's gone well. So I was hoping for a better weight loss than 2 pounds, but I have to remember that I had a 5.5 pound weight loss the week before, and I know like it fluctuates and you can go like a big weight loss and then a little weight loss. So I'm trying to keep like positive about it, and think, well, okay, it's still a really good weight. I mean, if I lost this every week for a year, it's 104 pounds, you know, like it's nothing to moan about at all. So I'm quite pleased with that. So the week's been good. I got my Vava vegan thing through from Vinted, came through in the post in the week, so I managed to, I've used a couple of the recipes in there which were really nice. Yeah, it's so it hasn't been too bad. I'm a bit worried because obviously it's not so much Easter, because we don't do anything for Easter. Although I did have chocolate for breakfast, which was, I used the scanner on the app, which is so useful. So I used the scanner to find out what the chocolate was, and it was the Galaxy Vegan Praline, hazelnut praline chocolate, and it was 7 cents for the whole bar, and I thought that was actually really, really good. So that was my breakfast. So not the most nutritional breakfast. And yesterday, because it was my birthday, we were out and about all day yesterday. My husband took me out for lunch and we went to our local tapas bar, which was really weird. So our local tapas bar has all kinds of different things on there, and I had something that wasn't Spanish at all. So I had a Greek salad, a vegan Greek salad, which was amazing, really, really nice, and some garlic bread. And it came with like 2 slices of garlic bread, and I just had 1.5. I shared the last one with my husband, so I didn't feel like I'd gone over the top, and I just had a black coffee to drink. So I was like, okay, that was okay. It was still relatively high sins because of the vegan feta, and obviously he'd used olive oil dressing and all of that on it as well. And obviously the garlic bread's got flora. He uses flora for the thing. That's how we know it's vegan. He comes out, he's so amazing, the chef. He'll come out and he goes to us, oh, we've done this and we've done that and I do this now, and yeah, it's really good. He really knows, like, he looks into the vegan stuff really well, so I'm quite impressed, and he's a really lovely guy. So yeah, we had that for lunch, and then we went to the local farm shop, and luckily there wasn't anything really unhealthy there, so I just bought a load of fruit and veg, and they didn't have cake or anything like that, so I didn't have any of that. And then we had to pop out to get something for my husband, and we ended up, I was like, oh, I really fancy some wine, but I don't want to. I've seen the sins in the back of the book for wine, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to have all that wine. But then we found so Freixenet do a 0% alcohol wine, and it's like a sparkling white wine, and it tastes really, really good. You wouldn't think it was alcohol free, and it's 1.5 sins for 125 mils. So I was like, that is amazing. I'm having that. So yeah, I had 2 glasses of that, which was lovely. So I had that for my birthday, and we had an Indian takeaway. But I was really careful with, like, I looked at the sins beforehand in the book to check what was the best thing to have, and dal, chickpeas and vegetable jalfrezi were all really low. So that's what I ordered, and I only had like half a portion of each. And then obviously boiled rice and 1 poppadom, which was 3 sins. So it wasn't too bad. And the only thing was, when I was adding my sins on, I said to my husband, I said, oh my God, this is the worst like sins I've ever like had to do on this. So I'm having to use my calculator on my phone to add the sins up. And it was, I think, 45 and a half sins for the whole day. And I didn't think that was too bad. I was like, that's okay. I can live with 45 and a half sins. Considering my allowance is 5 to 20 sins, I feel like, yeah, that's okay. I can claw that back. And a week before, I'd had quite a few days that I hadn't had all the sins, or I'd only had 10 sins, so I'm like, okay, I feel like 45 sins for the fact I'm not having Easter eggs, and I'm not having a big roast dinner, and so yeah, I felt like that was okay for a birthday and what have you. So yeah, I mean, it could have been a lot worse. We could have gone out somewhere, and if I'd started on drinking alcohol or cocktails or something, and like the sins would have just gone absolutely through the roof. But I didn't want to do that so early on. Like 6 months down the line or a year down the line, you feel like, yeah, you can afford to splash out a little bit once in a while. But because it's so early, I just didn't want to jeopardize myself so early. So I don't know how the weight loss will go this week. We'll have to see. I've got I'm doing like a couple of extra swims this week, so I'm hoping that will help. So we're meeting up first thing in the morning to go for a cold water swim, and then Wednesday, I can't do Saturday, but I'm hoping someone could do Friday. So yeah, that would be a couple of extra really, because I can't do Saturdays anymore. So yeah, it's been okay, and I feel like I've got it planned. We've got lots of fruit and veg in the fridge, and we've got lots of things that I can grab a little bit easier. I think lunches are always the hardest, and I don't know whether anyone else finds lunches really, really tricky to navigate, like to find a healthy lunch that's also filling, that's also not too hard. You don't want to be doing loads and loads of prep for lunchtime. If anyone's got any ideas, please put them in the comments. That would be really helpful. Because like vegan lunches, sometimes you're like, oh, because before I was vegan and I was doing Slimming World, I was like, oh yeah, scrambled egg, egg on toast, all of that. It felt like so much easier to do. And now I'm like, lunches, I'm like, oh, most of my lunches before starting Slimming World and being vegan consisted of sandwiches and baguettes and pita breads and wraps. So yeah, I mean, I can save my healthy bee and maybe have just have wholemeal bread, but then I really like my Weetabix or my shreddies in the morning. So yeah, it's tricky. So if anyone's got any nice ideas that aren't salad for lunches, that would be really handy. Some nice vegan ideas. So yeah, pop it in the comments. That'd be helpful for me. Yeah, I hope you're not too shocked by the measurements. I was a little bit shocked, but yeah, I can deal with that. We'll just work on it. I know what my measurements used to be years and years ago, so I mean, easily, I don't know, 15 inches off my bust would be grand. Yeah, I'm not sure about my hips, whether I'd go back to what my hips were before children. I doubt it very much. But yeah, it would be good. And obviously size wise helps as well. So I've noticed some of my clothes are a little bit looser, which is typical because I ordered some trousers the other day and they came and they're really comfortable right now, but I'm like, oh, they're gonna get too loose, and I've only just bought them. And I've been watching too much TikTok because I've succumbed to buying Halara leggings. Honestly, sometimes TikTok, like, what the hell? So yeah, I've ordered Halara leggings, but I've ordered them in XL, which is like a size 20, which is a size down from what I'm wearing. So they might be okay for like after I've lost a bit more weight, but we'll see. I mean, if anyone's interested in what they look like, I'm not obviously not sponsored by anybody, but yeah, I just wanted to try them because everybody's saying how wonderful they are and how supportive they are, and I'm like, it would be really nice to, like, when I'm going for a fast walk, or when I'm doing some weights, or when I'm doing like my yoga, it would be really nice not to have things wobbling around. So yeah, we'll see what they're like. But if you're interested, let me know. I can put a quick one up of me trying them on. You never know. If I put it on TikTok, I might get a sponsorship. But yeah, so this week, £7.5 over the 2 weeks. Pretty good. Pretty good. I did stay for weigh-in. I stayed for group as well yesterday after weigh-in. And that was really helpful actually, because they asked me like what was the hardest thing like of losing, like what was the, because a lot of people go, oh, chocolate and blah blah blah, and I'm like, well, chocolate doesn't really go on my radar anymore because I'm not addicted to it like I used to be, because vegan chocolate just doesn't do it for me. So they were like, oh yeah, you know, I miss chocolate, or I miss this, or I'm like, oh, I really miss sugar in my tea. Like, I really hate the taste of Sweetex. Splenda, I've tried Splenda, I tried the granulated stuff, I tried the tablets, I tried Sweetex, I tried, obviously, Canderel, I found out wasn't vegan, it had milk in it, so I stopped with the Canderel. So I tried like loads of like own brand stuff, and all of it tasted over sweet and really artificial. And then I said that to them, and one of the members in the group said, oh, why haven't you tried half and half, the silver spoon half and half? And I'm like, oh yeah, I've seen that. I don't even know, it wasn't even on my radar. And I got it, and game changer. My cup of tea tastes exactly the same as it did with sugar. So I managed to find a half teaspoon measuring spoon that fits into the sugar jug. So I use that, and so you use half a teaspoon. So you're already using half, but so it's half sugar and half sweetener. But because the sweetener is so sweet, you only need half a teaspoon. So like, it's half a sin. Each cup of tea with that in is half a sin. And I'm like, game changer, you know, that's really good. I can have twice the amount of tea or half the amount of sins. So yeah, I'm really, really happy, and my tea tastes really good. So if anyone's struggling with sweetener, then I would definitely recommend giving it a go and trying it. But yeah, that's been, and also I've been trying to drink tons and tons of water at the moment. And because I haven't really fancied it, I've been adding no sugar squash in it, so I've been having lots of squash, and I think that's helped a little bit this week. I've just been drinking loads. But yeah, fingers crossed for next week. I'll do a bit more swimming. I'll try out some more of the recipes in the Vava Vegan, and if there are any that are particularly good, I'll put them on for next week's video. But yeah, I mean, I'm really happy if you like follow along and give me some comments. Hope if you're a weight loss journey or any kind of health fitness journey, let me know how it's going. Oh, that's something I looked into was, I don't know why. It's the algorithms on Instagram and TikTok, isn't it? It's a bit crazy, but I started watching calisthenics. How do you say that? Calisthenics. The stuff that's a bit like yoga, but it's more about like core strength, and they do lots of like amazing balances and stuff. Just like my feed, it's full of that at the moment, and that would be my goal. To get there and to be able to do that would be amazing. Anyway, everyone have a good week. I hope you had a good weekend. Nice long weekend, but have a good week, everybody, and see you next week. Okay, here goes. I'm going to put these measurements in my book. I'm assuming they go by inches. I only go by inches. Let me know if anyone goes by centimetres. Right, chest. Oh my gosh, this is going to be scary. Yeah, I thought so. 50. Okay, that's wonderful. Put that in my book. Okay, waist. This is a tricky one because of the 50 chest, I can't see my waist, so I have to put my thumb there. 43. Hips. Oh god. Oh, I can't really see my hips in here, but I am. This is my hips I'm measuring. Which again, because of the 50-inch chest, I can't see my hips. 51. Well, I suppose I'm consistent. That is something, isn't it? Oh my god. 50, 43, 51. Okay, I know what I'm working with now. I should have done this week 1. I can't believe I waited until the start of week 3 to do it, but never mind. I've done it now. I think I have lost a little bit. I don't know where from, but some of my clothes feel better. Not all of them, not so much my tops, but definitely I feel like my trousers feel better. But I think it's more my tummy's gone down than anything else, which would affect the hip measurement, wouldn't it? Okay, that's that done anyway.